Perfect. So, you know what? Why don't we just hop in? 49ers versus Ravens. Up. I got to do this as a ticker, man. Come on. Hang tight. Hang tight.
Tickers are way better.
I know, man. Get that shit out of here.
Get that shit out of here.
All right, here we go.
Non-ticking
ass banner. All right. 49ers versus the Ravens. First of all, I said it at the top of the show. I'll say it again. Like, this has the potential to be the game of the year all season for every single matchup we've seen all year. We're talking about like heavyweight slugfest of offenses capable of generating a lot of juice and defenses that are really, really strong.
And special teams that are so exciting too. Don't forget special teams.
Yeah, well, we got Deebo Samuel returning kicks now, so we'll see how that goes.
And Mitch Wishnowsky becoming more of a weapon than a punter.
Yeah. I'm sure you saw his interview. His interview where he was basically like, yeah, mate, I just like, I saw it and I just felt the vibe. So I just started running and I didn't ask Kyle, who's kind of mad at me, mate, but I just said, hey, I'm going to do this for the Sheilas. And I'm like, whoa, he didn't even ask for permission.
That was excellent.
Thank you. I hope he sees it. Yeah, he just like with no permission, dude. How the balls, dude. But like, that's how you know he's a rugby dog. It's because he's like, well, if I see it, mate, I'm going to take it. And I'm like, all right.
They need to go back to that in the playoffs. I really would be upset if that doesn't come back at some point this season. He needs to be a central figure in this potential championship season. He's like the most interesting player in the team.
I loved his interview. Just him talking about winging it. I was like, good for you, bro. Like, that's sick.
I basically thought, what the fuck are they going to do about it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Good thing it worked, brother. But yeah, I'll tell you what, I think Keaton Mitchell being out is really helpful. I think
Keaton Mitchell, Mark Andrews.
Yep.
And then who else are you really scared of?
I mean, Odell's kind of cooked, dude.
How many times has he torn his ACL? 7?
I know. 8. I mean, he's 14. Talented, but he's just not prime Odell, so I'm not too concerned about him at all. I think the person who scares me is Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar, he can make things happen with his arm and his legs. He is in his own right MVP potential. He's already won it before. And especially if he gets this team hot at the right time, which so far he has, there's opportunity there for him. So we have a really tough matchup. We have more weapons on offense. Let's be clear. But to sleep on this team, I think, could be a mistake because at any given Sunday, they can rip.
Yeah, say what you want about like their weapons, but correct me if I'm wrong. Kyler Murray, James Conner, Trey McBride, Greg Dortch, and Marquise Brown just put up 29 on the Niners somehow, some way. They put up 29. So you're telling me Lamar and his band of misfits can't put up 31?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Florio came out, was just nuking Baltimore, just saying, 49ers are going to just ruin their day. And I'm not that bold, man. I'm not that bold. I'm not ready to make
the best defense in the league. How did the Niners look against freaking Cleveland?
Cleveland
beat them up. They knocked out Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, and Deebo from the same game. Cleveland. Baltimore's beating them.
Yeah.
Also lost to them.
I'll say this. I think Cleveland is a pretty damn good defense, but when it comes to Baltimore, that defensive unit, I had, Rich and I were talking on here the other day, and that defensive coordinator is underrated. And he's right. I think there is a lot of bear traps that we can walk into if we are not careful. If Purdy plays mistake-free football, and if McCaffrey does what McCaffrey does best, then I think the levee will break. But then the question becomes, is our defense capable of holding the fort?
Is Armstead going to play?
That's a good question. I think, isn't he trending not to play?
I don't know. He didn't practice today. I'm not asking you.
That was a rhetorical
I'm just saying, like, that's the question. It's a rhetorical question. I wasn't asking you to give me the answer.
I wasn't ready.
Nice. I don't think the Niners know.
But I thought I did see today that he is trending not to play. But
yeah, he didn't practice today. Hargrave did. So.
But who's coming up though is Kinlaw at the right time.
Yeah. Shout out Javon.
Good for him. Good
Yeah.
for him, because I saw the interview he did with Eric Armstead, and you can tell the injuries have gotten to him, and it's taken a lot of mental fortitude to get to where he is now. So big shout out to him. He's starting to put together some really good numbers for himself, and I'm wishing him really well on that front. But
Me too. He's going to get himself a nice little contract. He's
so
actually
too.
putting together a nice contract year right at the buzzer. It's wonderful.
I think so too, and
Yeah.
I'm really stoked for him.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the matchup to watch in this? In my opinion, it's Steve Wilkes versus Lamar Jackson. I want to see if that secondary is capable of not only. I think our defensive front is going to be fine, but what I'm concerned about is our secondary.
I completely fucking disagree. Sourdeath
drop
Sam.
it, dude.
Don't give me one of these like leading questions where you're trying to get me to agree with you. I don't play that shit.
Fuck me, man. Fuck me. My bad. Lay on me what you think.
I'm concerned about the Niners front. They don't have Eric Armstead. Kinlaw. It's not about Kinlaw. It's that you got Kinlaw, Hargrave, and who else? T.Y. McGill. What happened in the Arizona game is over time they got tired, and all of a sudden they were giving up long runs to backup running backs. So if the game is close, that's a really good offensive line for Baltimore. Are they going to wear down the Niners interior? And then there's Nick Bosa. No one ever says anything about Nick Bosa, but I have the guts.
Go for it, dude. Go for it.
Nick Bosa. Everyone thinks he's perfect, flawless, can do no wrong. Yeah. A lot of the times, mobile quarterbacks scramble against the Niners is his fault because he's so eager to sack the dude that he actually opens up those B-gap rushing lanes. And when he talks about how important it is to close those off, it's like, yeah, say it. Speak for yourself, Nicholas. And he was really disciplined against Jalen Hurts, but then I asked him what the key is to stopping Lamar Jackson, and he said it's not playing like that. It's rushing all out and wrapping him up. And I'm like, oh, all right, dude. All right, Nick. Because the thing about, there's certain players on this team that like coaches won't say a damn thing to about anything. Chris McCaffrey, he can play as much as he wants. Debo Samuel can jog through as many routes where he's not getting the ball as he wants, and I was gonna be like, Debo, would you try maybe a little bit harder? Trent Williams can tip plays. They don't say anything.
Yeah, I mean,
then Nick Bosa.
From what I've heard, here's what I'll say. I'm less concerned about Bosa. I will say that early in the season, it was pretty clear that, I don't know, maybe if there were more reps before the season started, it could have been a better start. But I get it. It's a contract. It was a contract.
No, I just canceled Bosa. He's out. He was gonna be an All-Pro. Not anymore. Canceled.
Well, you heard it here, folks.
Sorry.
Canceled.
Bosa used to be good. Not anymore. Debunked.
How do you feel about the Chase Young edition?
Another guy I'm not that into. Chase Young, honestly. They brought him over from Washington. The book on Chase Young was kind of underperforming. Doesn't really give it his all. Disappointing. But he plays a lot, and the team stinks. So if you bring him to the Niners, he's in a contract year. They're in a Super Bowl chase. Maybe they'll use him more of in a rotation. He's going to play so hard. He's the same exact guy. He's the same exact guy. You don't want him on the field against the run. Cleveland Farrell is clearly a better edge setter and run defender than him. And as a pass rusher, he's a pass rusher. If they bring him back, it'll be on a 1-year deal. And I don't think there'll be much of a, I think they'll bring him. I think he's so underwhelming, they'll bring him back because who wants him? They traded a 4th-round pick for him. And that's essentially what he's worth.
Yeah. I mean, here's what I'll say.
Other than that, he's great.
His first few games, he was producing.
Yeah.
On the 49ers.
He got tired.
He might be a little sleepy.
I get tired too.
I was sleepy before the show. You went to bed at 7?
Yeah. 7
p.m.
And then I got up at 7, 12 hours, one night. How about that?
Bro, I'm trying to take a cat nap like that so bad. Actually, tomorrow, that's what's going down,
Dude, it
baby.
changes perspective on shit.
What'd you say?
It changes your whole perspective on shit, man. Some sleep like that?
Bro.
Yeah.
I need it, dude. It's been a rough week for work, brother. But you're working all the time, man. I feel like you always got a busy week.
Yeah, you know how I do. But you couldn't tell looking at your taco meat that you're going through it right now. You look like you're really doing great, like you're flourishing.
My taco meat? What does that mean?
What is your taco meat? What are you talking about?
What is my taco meat?
Your wonderful chest hair that's flowing.
Oh.
You're showing it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? The taco meat. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I like that taco meat.
You never heard of
that up.
I mean, how have you never heard of that?
I just first time, dude. You put me on game. I like
I've been putting you on game for years.
You have been. Shout out, bro. Shout out.
All right, before we hop on, I got that from Eric Crocker. He'll talk about showing off a little taco meat. Although I don't think he has he has like tattoos. I think he tries to act like he has taco meat, but he's not. Dude, you got to be Ashkenazi Jew to really have some real taco meat. And then if you're like a little Italian and on top of that, then you might have some real problems.
Yeah, bro. Just too much taco meat, dude. It's too much beef.
Too much bolognese. You know what I'm saying?
Final score prediction: 49ers, Ravens.
Man, first instinct, I'm kind of leaning Ravens here, just to be a jerk on Christmas. But I was thinking 24-20 Ravens, but the more I think about it, the more I feel like this might be like a 34-30 Ravens kind of game. Because again, if Arizona put up 29 and the Niners have missed 31 tackles the last 2 weeks, how much are we really counting on their defense to show up? This might be more of an offensive game. And then can the Ravens score 34 against the Niners defense? I mean, can the Niners put how about 34-30 Ravens?
24-21. Jake Moody game winner. 49ers win on Christmas.
It's the Jake Moody game.
The Jake Moody game, dude. We've been waiting on it, man. We've been waiting on this motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
All right. You heard it here. I swear to God, if Jake Moody hits the game winner, it's over, dude. And
MVP. He'll be the MVP.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Kickers deserve love too.
Yes,
Why not?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Getting treated like second-class citizens. That's fucking bullshit.
I hate that shit.
Me too, dog. Me too.
I hate that shit.